Hi everyone, this is Andrew. Hope you guys doing good. I'm going over today some of the basics of the boot camp and how to help you out. I'm going to be mentioning right now about some of the business planning and how you can set up your business for the future and what to look for and how to kind of know what to do every day to help you out. I'm also going to be tying this into calendaring lately. I'll do calendar later. Today we're going to talk about this. So as you can see right now, this is kind of a rough business plan for someone. If you look at the bottom, this is for a buyer. I'm going to go over the seller or the listing business plan in a minute. So right now, the first thing that happens if you set a goal. So let's say you want to do $8,000 a month is your goal. Out of that, if your average price in your market is about $240,000, if you're at a 3% commission, and let's say you're at an 80-20 split, at that point you need to do 1.39 transactions. So about 1.5. So plan for 2 to 3 transactions, and you hopefully get at least 1 to 2. And by doing that, your conversion rate is set for 30%. So if you're a new agent, you're probably going to be maybe a 10 to 15% conversion rate is where you're going to be looking on that. So what you're going to need, it breaks down. So when you get leads coming in, usually half the leads you get are going to be half kind of dead leads. So if you're talking to 19, 20 people a day is what you're going to need to talk to. It's about 130 people a week, however you get your leads. So once you get 130 people coming in every week through these leads, at that point, you'd be able to get hopefully 10 of those sent in to be pre-approved. I'm going to take off my glasses because I have a pretty good glare coming in from my other screen that way. So if you look at that way, you have 10 people getting pre-approved or being sent in, I should say, to be pre-approved. And if you have a 15% conversion rate on that, you should have 1.5 to 2 of those being approved every week from being sent in. So again, if you're looking for $8,000 a month for average, you need to have about 1.5 to 2 closings per month at a $240,000 price point. You need to talk to about 20 people per day. So this is on the buy side. So if you're thinking, what do I need to do? How many leads do I need? If you're not getting at least 100 leads a week that you can actually talk to, you notice it says 133, somewhere around there, you're not going to be able to meet your goals if you're at a 15% conversion rate. Now, I'm right around a 30 to 40%. So if you're at a 30% from talking to people, I need to talk to about 9 people per day instead of the 20. So if I can talk to 9 or 10 people per day, I can usually almost always send in my 10 people to get pre-approved. Now, this is the buy side. Now, for the listing side, we do something a little bit different. Let's say you want to do, again, the same 8,000. If you're at a $240,000, that still puts you about 1.39 at an 80-20 split on average. So if what we have here, if you're going to be calling 100 people a day, this would be like cold calling, something like that. You have a lower return rate on that. And you're at a 1% conversion rate. Let's say you're at a 2% conversion rate on your cold calling. Now you only need to go about 55 to 60 people per day. So this would be expired, canceled, whoever you're going to be calling. So you would need to call about 50 people a day or about 400 a week to make appointments, because that's what the goal of calls is, to make listing appointments. Now your conversion rate for listing appointments should be minimum 50%, which means when you go to do appointments, you should get at least half of those appointments that you do. So if you make 4 appointments per week, which should be easily doing if you're calling 57 people a day, you should be able to set 2 listings every week. Now, once you start getting listings and it gets more complicated, of course, at that time, you're going to need to go through and take some time off and go through and do paperwork and everything. That's where we get into the calendaring part. And we're going to go over that next. So again, this is just a rough way you can set your budget. I will have links to this page in the video as well in the description. So hopefully that'll help you. And talk to you soon. I'll be going over next time to do the budget and take care of it that way.